Pele once said, "The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning." The Champions League, the most illustrious competition in the world. In this single tournament, there's lots of excitement, lots of lows and high-octane drama. As the Champions League reaches its business end, we are taking a look at the craziest Champions League comebacks ever as we remember just how iconic this competition is. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. Barcelona 5, Chelsea 1, and Barcelona won 6-4 on aggregate in 2000. In the early 2000s, Barcelona was true Champions League royalty, and Chelsea, a European giant looking to cement their place in the Champions League history. Chelsea looked to start the early 2000s in the best way possible as one of England's finest clubs. And they started in the best way possible. They'd beaten Barcelona with an impressive 3-1 lead at the Bridge and had some breathing space to blow their newfound ego. But, as we all know in football, it was probably too good to be true. So, when Chelsea got to the furnace called Camp Nou, they earned a new, rude awakening. Rivaldo and Luis Figo drew Barcelona level with first half goals. Chelsea responded with a bending strike by Andre Flo, posing an unlikely twist in the tale. Just after Torres' strike, Dani Garcia drew Barcelona level on aggregate once more. Dani's superb strike dragged the game into extra time, and in the 99th minute, Barcelona were awarded yet another penalty, and this time Rivaldo didn't miss and Barcelona restored the good old Spanish pride. Barcelona asserted their dominance, firing in a fifth goal on the night and winning the electrifying tie 6-4 on aggregate. Real Madrid 1, Ajax 4. Ajax wins 5-3 on aggregate 2019. If there's any royal club, Real Madrid well and truly is. As far as we know, they're the only team to win the Champions League 3 times in a row. Aside from their loving, sparkling white apparel, they had the superstars playing for them, rich ultras supporting them, and a sovereign sense of royalty around them. In the 2019 season, Cristiano Ronaldo left the team to join Juventus, in his search for another challenge. Well, at least that's what he said he was doing. After Ronaldo's journey to Italy, Real Madrid struggled for every form of the foothold in the season. But in the season, they were their good old Champions League self up until they faced Ajax in the Champions League. Real Madrid won the first tie against Ajax 2-1 in Amsterdam, and for all of us at least, there was no way Madrid could dunk on this one. Or could they? They found that the answer soon enough, as they were stunned by a young Ajax team that channeled their inner Johan Cruyff. Their scintillating performance saw them hammer home 3 goals in just over an hour, taking Madrid from their pedestal down to earth. The game ended 4-1 and the young Ajax team welcomed themselves to Champions League stardom. Deportivo 4, AC Milan 0. Deportivo wins 5-4 on aggregate in 2004. In the early 2000s, Milan was the team to beat. Their talented forward line and near faultless defence made them a scary prospect for any team. When Deportivo visited the San Siro in 2000, there was only one result everyone expected: a good old thumping. When Deportivo went 1-0 up in Italy, a bewildered Italian crowd feared the worst. But the Italian attack came to the fort, thumping Deportivo 4-1. Normality restored. To give Milan some assurance, no club had ever overturned a 3-goal deficit in the Champions League. The second leg, however, was beyond normal in every sense of the word. No team had ever come from 3 goals down to win a Champions League quarter-final, but Deportivo seemed determined to rewrite history. Deportivo fizzed a stunning 4 goals past AC Milan, edging the Giants out of the tournament and giving Milan fans the upset they feared. Now, 17 years on, with Deportivo playing in the 3rd tier of Spanish football, it remains one of the club's greatest ever moments. Roma 3, Barcelona 0. The score was 4-4 on aggregate, but Roma won on away goals in 2004. Barcelona's had a bittersweet relationship with the Champions League. In one light, they are a beacon of total football with the most talented players. In the next, the team was shattered from impossible positions. That was the exact case with Roma. When Roma visited the Camp Nou, they were taken to the slaughterhouse, and when Edin Drago dragged Roma back into this tie at the Camp Nou, he injected belief into his shackled team. Luis Suarez drowned the little belief Drago induced in his teammates with his goal, and the tie was well and truly over. At 4-1 down going into the home tie of this quarter-final, Roma boss Di Franco had one piece of advice for his players: don't concede. It was Drago again who had given Roma the gift of an away goal, who broke the deadlock. Now it was game on. After De Rossi thumped his penalty into the back of the net to give Roma a second, Barcelona threatened to take the game away from the Romans once again. But as time continued to press on, so did Roma, and in the 82nd minute, the Stadio Olimpico exploded with excitement as Costa Manolas put Roma ahead in the tie. "We are heroes," sang Francesco on the night, and it was difficult to argue with him. Another Champions League night, another Barcelona disaster class. But, as with everything in football, the show must go on. Manchester United 2, Bayern Munich 1, 1999. Thrilling comebacks, extreme willpower, and last-minute winners were the hallmark of Manchester United. In the 1999 season, Sir Alex Ferguson was on his way to assembling one of the greatest English Premier League teams. He had flair in players like Beckham and ferocious grit in Keane. They needed a mix of both in a Champions League match against Bayern Munich. As the unstoppable giants of English football, Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United had already secured the Premier League and FA Cup double. But with multiple English success in Europe continued to elude them. The Reds hadn't won the tournament since 1968. In one of the tightest, tensest Champions League finals in the competition history, Bayern led for 84 minutes. But with the wave of his watch, Sir Alex Ferguson commanded a stunning comeback. United's remarkable refusal to admit defeat saw them draw level in stoppage time via substitute Teddy Sheringham. And substitute Olga Lasowska squeezed in the winner for the Reds just a minute later to secure the famous trophy and a famous treble in one of the most dramatic finales of all time. Liverpool 4, Barcelona 0. Liverpool won 4-3 on aggregate in 2019. Remember we talked about Barcelona's love-hate relationship with the Champions League? Well, after the Roma debacle, it's all been hate. In 2019, Roma's ghosts came hunting. When Liverpool lost 3-0 at Camp Nou, mainly thanks to a Lionel Messi masterclass, the chances of them scoring and overcoming the Catalans in the second leg were pretty much minute. "We score, Liverpool need 5, bragged Barcelona. Vidal even promised to donate one of his balls if Liverpool scored a goal. But an early goal by Uruguay gave the Reds a glimmer of hope before half-time substitute Wijnaldum fired in 2 goals in 2 minutes to send Anfield wild. With the Kop in ascendancy, Trent Alexander-Arnold executed a stunning corner kick, and Uruguay was right on the spot to tap the goal in. Liverpool completed their incredible comeback with a final win against Tottenham. Barcelona 6, PSG 1. Barcelona wins 6-5 on aggregate in 2017. After all the poor fortune Barcelona endured in the Champions League, they finally got some respite against PSG. When PSG stunned Barcelona with a 4-0 thrashing in 2017, everyone thought the change of an era had come. But a glimmer of hope from a Luis Suarez goal made a turnaround possible in the second leg. A clumsy own goal and a Lionel Messi penalty left the Spaniards needing just 1 goal. But Cavani's goal for the Parisians slammed the door of a possibility for Barcelona fans. The home side now needed to score 3 goals and not concede with less than half an hour remaining. With 87 minutes on the clock, PSG's place in the last 8 seemed secure, only to be unravelled by a late attack on Kevin Trapp's goal. An exquisite Neymar free kick, followed by a penalty, spurred life back into Camp Nou. With the raptures around the stadiums, Roberto's volley took them through to the quarter-finals, winning 6-5 on aggregate. Barcelona pulled off probably the greatest comeback in Champions League history. AC Milan 3, Liverpool 3. Liverpool win 3-2 on penalties. 2005. No comeback will be as stunning as Liverpool's against AC Milan in the 2005 Champions League final. Liverpool, whose golden years were far beyond them, faced the ravaging presence of Carlo Ancelotti's AC Milan. Strong favourites ran through Liverpool's in the first leg, doing the triple on Liverpool in the early stages of the game. But captain Steven Gerrard was not about to give up on his biggest game. The captain gave Liverpool a glimmer of hope with his 53rd minute header, and within the next minute, Smicer drew Liverpool level. Alonso then scored on the rebound from a penalty to remarkably level the score. Milan dominated extra time, but Liverpool did not come this far to lose. They won the penalty shootout and the Champions League title. That cold night in Istanbul plagues Milan today and is the ominous sign that in football, only the final whistle can end the game. So, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more great content, check out the biggest meltdown in football history in this video, and subscribe so you get the first ring once we have a new video. Until next time.